To be honest, I don't wish for anyone to experience layoff in whether it's a tech related field or a different job. I think there are some things in life where you don't know how sad they are until you experience it. When other people experience it, you may feel like, oh, I understand how you're feeling, I understand how bad it may be. But when you actually experience it and then you know that, oh, I didn't actually understand this, so this is how bad this is. This video, I'm just sharing like how I felt after I was laid off from my previous company. I'm not trying to shed any bad light on them. I'm just trying to share like how I just felt after it. This is a video I've wanted to make for a while, but I think because I didn't know exactly how to express myself. So here is the video today. Before I got laid off, I have seen people being laid off. I mean, not like I knew anyone personally, but on Twitter, I see, a company just lays off a couple of people and then some people are looking for jobs. And then I feel like, wow, that must be a bad place to be. And, I'm just like, oh, I really hope I don't experience layoffs one day, or maybe I'm beginning to be scared or whatever, until the day I was actually laid off. And then it was so funny because I think for most layoffs in different companies, you don't see it coming. It's not like they give you a hint that, okay, in 2 weeks time, start rounding up, in 2 weeks time you would be laid off, but it comes like suddenly. So the night before or the day before this layoff, I was actually like, planning my day, like this is what we're going to do in Q3, because I think we're already heading to Q3, and I was like, okay, I have to think of things, initiatives that I can do in Q3, content ideas, things, just, nice things I can do just for the company to, of course, grow, because that's why they're paying me, to support the growth of the company. And then the next day, I get a news out of the blues that the company had to make very difficult decisions, and I was one of the unfortunate people that were affected. And in that moment, I was like, I don't understand. Are you trying to say I don't have a job anymore? I didn't say this, but that was how I just felt. And then I even had to take some time to process it before coming back to talk about offboarding. I had to take some time, and I was like, wow. Just the night before, I'm making plans on things I can do, and the next day, I don't even have a job anymore. And I think for me also, it was also kind of like even more, I won't call it pressure, but it hit me so bad because I also had a visa that was dependent on this job. So, in my head, the things that ran through my head were like, okay, I don't have a job anymore, which means I don't have a steady source of income anymore, which means my visa is currently hanging by the edge. And if I don't get the new job on time, that means I have to go back to my country. I have to go back to Nigeria. And in that moment, these were all the things that ran through my head. And I think after I settled down a bit, I went back to the call, and then we talked about the whole offboarding and everything. And yes, I think that day I was just all quiet and mute, and I was just like, just yesterday I had a job, today I don't have a job anymore. And this was when I really realized how painful or how sad layoffs can be, especially the ones you don't see coming. Because if you can see a layoff coming, you can already start preparing, start interviewing with other companies, start trying to just have a backup plan in case it happens. But then when you don't even see it coming, and then you're just like, where do I even start from? What do I even do? It's really crazy. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video that I don't wish anyone to experience layoffs. I know also, like at the time of making this video, it's happening a lot in the tech industry, especially you hear like 200 people, 500 people. And because I've experienced something like this, I'm always like, wow. I can just imagine how bad, because now I know how it feels, and I can just imagine how bad it is for these people, especially if they're dependent on visas. Layoffs is really a bad place to be, and I mean, I won't act like I don't understand. Yes, company runs out of money and they have to make some decisions, unfortunately, but then it's just as the victim receiving the impact of these decisions, it's just crazy. For anyone who has currently been laid off who is watching this video, I'm really rooting for you and rooting that you get a new job, or the one you're interviewing for, or you even find jobs that you can apply to. Of course, if you need any job application interview tips, you can let me know in the comments, or you can reach out to me on my social media platforms. Try to get to you with the best answer I can think of, or the best solution that I can provide. If this video inspired, encouraged, or touched you in any way, then please subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. Also like it and share it with other people. Peace.